everyone, it's Liam Caddison here, and we're reacting to The Good Place as we jump into episode number 8 of this season. Yeah, I mean, usually when it has come to The Good Place in these past several weeks, there is a sense of excitement about what's ahead of me regarding the episode. And I feel like with this episode, there's an extra percentage because something that Eleanor has kept secret for so long has finally shed some light due to her own admission to not just Michael, but to everyone else as well. And honestly, I wasn't expecting Eleanor to be open about it to Michael, at least until the end of this season. But you know what? We'll take it. Episode 8, we will take it, and it will be exciting to explore the ramifications of Eleanor's admission in this episode, following a chaotic episode last time around with we had Michael's impending doom, we had the murder of Janet, and Eleanor's admission was the cherry on top of this chaotic cake, if you will. So I'm excited to explore this episode. But first, I do want to address something very, very serious, because it did affect another show. I didn't bring it up until the outro because my brain wasn't switched on. It is now, so that's rosy. But no, it not just impacted another show, it impacted this show as well. And considering that I'm doing Buffy Season 5, which I have been warned has been a pretty escalating point in terms of the subject I'm about to talk about, it warrants a discussion with people, especially since the show was impacted. It wasn't anything too big, but be it big or small, it's still something that I don't like to see, and that's spoilers. So someone commented about the fact that we would be exploring the Bad Place at some point. They didn't specify when, to my knowledge. They just specified we would be exploring the Bad Place. And to be fair, I did have an idea that we would get to that point at some point, but this user didn't. This user didn't know that I had an idea that we would be exploring the Bad Place at some point. And even then, even if I publicly state a theory, it's not your place to say if I'm right or wrong once I've said the theory. We have to wait until we have to go on this journey and wait till I get to that point to see if I'm right or wrong. Then you can say, oh, remember when you said this in episode this or in season that? Then you can reflect on those times and whatnot. So if I could ask people to be considerate when it comes to comments, that would be great, because I feel like with things escalating as of recent, there is the worry that I might have to allow commenting but not read the comments. And that's heartbreaking to say, because I love interacting with the Cata crew as much as I can. And I don't want to come to a point where it's getting too much to the point where I'm not going to read the comments because people can't help themselves. So if I could ask, even subtle comments as well, those who are trying not to spoil and trying to be subtle, hinting towards something, but, people can put two and two together. If consideration could be taken regarding comments in the future, that would be great. Because it does ruin the experience just a bit, even if it's a small comment, even if it's something that I kind of expected we'd reach. It kind of ruins something when someone confirms something that I'm yet to encounter. So, I would like to ask if people can be considerate in the future and just wait for me to just let me go on this journey in my own pace without any kind of interruptions, I guess, in terms of like spoilers, etc. So if that could be applied, if consideration could be taken, that would be great, because nobody likes a party pooper, and that's what I see spoilers as, people trying to spoil a party. So if that could be taken into consideration about being careful with comments, etc., please do so, because like I said, I think the alternative is allowing the comments to be open but not seeing the comments, and I don't want to come to a point where I can't interact with the Cata crew, because I love interacting with you guys. So I just had to address that. So Yeah, with that said, let's get into episode number 8 of The Good Place. Exciting times ahead of us, so with that said, let's go. Oh, that parallel.
Eleanor, come on in. Well, not often you get to confront your greatest failure face to face.
Good to see you too, bud.
I am just dumbfounded as to how this happened.
1982.
You lied so much, you forgot your own birth date. Not a great start, but it should be enough for Janet to locate your file. Janet? Janet?
What's that?
She's still broken.
that?
No.
Janet, this is actually a cactus. This might take a while.
Whee!
I love Janet.
Ever take off your shoes and socks on a commercial airline?
And socks? Ew, who would do that?
People who go to the bad place, Eleanor, that's the point. And unless I
Yep,
can
that's the
figure
point
out a
of this
compelling
test.
reason
Oh,
to
no.
keep you here, you will spend eternity with murderers and arsonists and people who take off their shoes and socks on commercial airlines.
Grifter.
Honey, please.
Am I wrong? She lied to everyone. She
Oh,
caused a giant
would
sinkhole in which
Chidi-
poor Glenn fell.
I wonder what
She
would
caused
happen
a
to
trash
Chidi
storm.
since he was an accomplice to
She pretended
this.
to be my friend when I really needed one. And lest we forget, she
Tahani.
murdered Janet. As far as I'm concerned, the sooner she's gone,
A cactus.
I have the file.
You're sure? You have the
It's a
file
cactus.
and not a cactus?
That is correct. I have Eleanor Shellstrop's file. I do not have a cactus.
It's a cactus.
Excellent. Please,
Isn't
give me the
it?
file.
Here you go.
Thank you, Janet.
You're welcome.
I assume it was one of your friends, and I admire you for protecting him or her. But Eleanor, in The Good Place, there's no room for bad people or bad actions. So anyone
was an
involved in the
accident,
murder of
so-
Janet will be reviewed and judged.
Oh no,
and there
not
will be
Chidi.
consequences.
Hunt, yeah, I know we're in a miserable bind here, but this might be the proudest day of my life.
No offense, but that's a real bummer of a life.
Tahani,
Oh my
get right
god,
to
how
crux
many
of the matter.
Oh my
did you murder
god.
Janet?
absolutely not.
Now, you spent a lot of time with Eleanor. Why do you think that is?
Tense episode.
It sounds like you want her to leave.
Well, is it not she who wants us to leave her?
Thank you, Tahani. You've been a big help.
Listen up, genius. He's gonna call you in there in a second.
Don't worry.
You think I should send her away? No, I should let her stay? Or no, I shouldn't let her stay because she doesn't belong here? Or no, I shouldn't let her stay.
Oh, I
even though
love
she
this.
does
It's
belong
confusing him.
here? John, I wish I had your wisdom can destroy him. I'm not a man, and I've lived no life. So will this destroy me?
Don't prick it. No.
Ouch.
Of course.
Why would you do that?
Cactus on its own intends no harm. It's only when we interfere that it.
Eleanor's file.
Janet,
Is it a
if you hand
cactus?
me a cactus, I swear I will lose my mind. Oh,
Can we skip around and circle back? How about I tell you more about those churro dogs? They came with unlimited ranch dressing.
let's hear about the T-shirts, please.
Oh, yeah, this isn't the time
Okay.
to sugarcoat when he's
I'll
not
tell
impressed.
You, but it doesn't make me look great. So don't judge
To be
me.
fair, the situation you're in right
literally
now.
the purpose of this entire exercise.
Stupid dry cleaner!
Well, that's the risk you take when you keep your clothes clean.
My mom's a lawyer. Those ass wipes are gonna pay.
She sued for $900
Oh.
for the dress and $80 million in emotional distress. The legal fees drove the dry cleaner out of business.
Oh,
So
boy.
she got the dry cleaners.
This story's
out of
about
business.
T-shirts.
You guys, what is happening? Someone egged my Lexus, and I have like 40,000 tweets calling me the dress bitch over a loser dry cleaner man? Why is everyone so jealous of me? This is a trash city
she's kind of.
full of idiots.
Eleanor's put a huge kick to her life.
The dress bitch is so catchy.
Bloody hell.
I mean,
I believe you sold the T-shirts.
does it help if they basically sold themselves?
I think you know it does not. What did you do with the money?
Eleanor.
I was hoping you wouldn't ask me that.
Oh, of course. Of course you would.
Thanks, babe.
It's not for her. It's not for.
Michael, the architect from Good Place Neighborhood 12358W. I'm guessing you've been looking for someone called Eleanor Shellstrop.
Uh-oh.
She's here. Come and get her.
Oh, no, no. No, I'm wondering what's the Michael equivalent of the bad place like. Oh, shh.
Oh, hello. Hi. You look like a piece of crap. Are you Eleanor?
Well, you're a
Dude,
delightful
you're like a
dude,
legend
aren't you?
in the bad place. Check this out. Huh? Pretty great, right?
Trevor, do you know what caused this mistake? 'Cause
I love how
cannot
someone
figure
with a
it out.
selfie
No, we're
sticks in the
stumped,
bad place,
but,
probably
don't
for
sweat
that
it,
reason.
Jen. She's definitely one of ours. So we'll just...
Deliberately tossed mine into the basket to trick you into doing it.
You didn't trick me. I repeatedly asked you to stop.
Just know, you did everything you could to help me. You're a really good fake soulmate.
Oh, I don't want her to. Oh, I don't want her to go.
Well, I suppose some part of me possibly has a sense of casual kinship with you. Much as one might be fond of a street cat.
Oh,
Thanks, Tony.
she's gonna miss
Sorry
her.
about everything. I'm really glad we're friends.
And
I did enjoy her company.
see,
But this is not Little League. There is no award for most improved player, Jeannie.
Well, maybe there should be.
yeah, I agree.
One final note. The dining car is at the very back of the train. It serves
long
only room temperature
notices.
Manhattan.
You're not leaving. Not with her. Not yet. Come on.
Wait, you want to keep her?
Aw.
Bro, that's our girl. We used to be here, but got sent down to us instead. She's on the train. Eleanor, come on out.
What?
Hi, everyone. I'm Eleanor Shellstrop.
Oh no. See, here's the thing. It's possible to have. You know how there's people who go by the name John Smith, and there's, of course, more than one John Smiths. There's more than one Eleanor Shellstrop. And they got confused because of the same name, I'm guessing. The good one was put in the bad place. The not so good one, the good place. So things got a bit muddled because of the fact that they had the same name. Because I think I did state about the fact that, is there a mix-up potentially with Eleanor, who was supposed to be in the good place? Because, and it seems like there was. I didn't anticipate. I thought it would go, someone would. I don't know. I thought someone would be in Eleanor's position just with a different name. I didn't anticipate they would have the same name. So. Oh, now this is a conundrum as well for Michael, because he's just agreed to take on Eleanor again after listening to Chini's plea. And now they've got the Eleanor that was supposed to be in the good place. And it's this dilemma, it's this moral dilemma on, do we keep Eleanor, who is trying her best to improve? Or do we... Because, you know, the chump's in the bad place. I mean, it's great that we got our first representation. It's funny that I mentioned that in conjunction with my spoiler talk. So, yeah, but yeah, what was I going to say? It's yeah, they're not going to subside. They're going to have to take one or the other. So there's this moral dilemma for Michael about which one does he keep, because it's the one who's improving or the one that's supposed to be here, and it's like, oh, so we're now in a bit of a pickle, or prickle. been a bit of a prickle. I can't believe that. I was half expecting the pizzas to be cactuses, but it makes sense that the it's funny how like the Hawaiian pizza is devoted to the bad place. I think a lot of people would agree. I don't mind it personally. Well, I don't mind it in the sense that I think it should be accepted. I don't like pineapple anyway, so but just because I don't like the taste doesn't mean that I think it's wrong. So yeah. But yeah, I really this episode felt so different. That's the thing, and I think they made it work. Like they had a very, very tense atmosphere. And I wasn't sure what direction they would go in with this, and I think the direction they went with really worked on a fundamental level, because we had that interview with not just Eleanor but a few others as well, and Chidi looked like he would be in the line of fire until he came to an admission. But this is the thing though as well, like I was just wondering, is Chidi going to not just get heated for not just accidentally killing Janet? I mean, I guess murder would still be murder, but he was basically an accomplice to Eleanor's lies. And with that lie detector thing, which was a really, really great thing, by the way, there would be that, like, question, did you know Eleanor wasn't supposed to be here? And that would have made things, I think that would have made things even worse. So I was dreading about the prospect of Chidi's interview. But yeah, what a great episode. I really loved it. I think this is my favourite one, just because it follows a really, really pivotal revelation. And I wasn't so sure what direction they would go in with this. And they made it work so well. Like, it was tense. It was very, very, like they went in a very, very, they had some comedic moments, especially with Janet, but it was just really interesting just to see the reactions to everyone, bar Chidi, of course, and Jianyu. So just basically Tahani and Michael, but it was interesting to see their reactions to how Eleanor truly was. And you just felt so much for Michael because he felt disappointed. He had so much trust in Eleanor that there was an aura of disappointment. But I really loved the fact that when Eleanor was succeeding the thing at first, you had Michael being a little impressed, and now, you know, he doesn't want to lose out on Eleanor. There's that betrayal, but he really enjoyed Eleanor's time, and he gets a sense that there's going to be a bit of disconnect if he ever lost Eleanor to the bad place, because of the fact that whilst she is not supposed to be in the good place, there is a sense that, you know, Michael has benefited hugely from her. So yeah, just really loved how this episode went by. And then Tahani, and I just really loved how she was, if anything, pissed about the whole situation, or pissed. That's what I'm gonna call it, pissed. I don't think they've had a good place term for it, but pissed, that's what it's called until confirmation. But yeah, she was like pissed about it. She was yeah, she was really, really livid, and like I felt like she was more angered than Michael. Michael was just like disappointed and hurt, if anything. I think there was, because that's it. I think there was a sense of betrayal. I mean, there's a betrayal on both terms, but I think in more angered, I think Tahani is the one that, you know, takes it. Michael is more so, I don't think he gets angry, more so disappointed. So yeah, especially with the connection of him and Eleanor, and I liked that little bit of backstory with Eleanor about the shirts and just how much of a bitch she was then, because like her not taking on like her not like disobeying that woman's instructions led to her downfall. Like, that woman's downfall was stemmed because of Eleanor. And to make matters worse, she used the money to buy her own dress. Could have bought the money to buy the dress to that woman, but no. So it's just insult to injury, isn't it? But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens now with the fact that I love exploring a bit of the bad place as well. Like, we didn't go to the bad place necessarily, but we know some of the inhabitants, including Trevor, I think he was called, who seems to be like the Michael of the bad place. But yeah, we had him, and we loved some of the concepts, like the train. It'll get hotter every time you think about it, and making hundreds of stops for no apparent reason, and all that. Like, I love the thematics about like how it's just there to make things like to make you be driven more and more insane. So I really like some of the aspects of the bad place already, and I'm sure that's not the final bit we're gonna have of the concepts of the bad place. Like, I feel like we're going to explore more of that at some point, but it was nice to have a little taster of what the bad place entails and how torturous it could be. But it's just going to be interesting as well to see how people decide on what Eleanor to keep and what one to send away. So, unless she's a bug, but I don't think she is, because like I said, some people have the same name. So that itself can generate confusion. But I'm thinking, what if it's a bug, like a little prank that the bad place is pulling? But I don't think it is. But I'm just trying to make things a little bit easier, because it's going to be a moral dilemma for Michael and co. Do they keep the good Eleanor, or do they keep the Eleanor we know and love? It's a brain buster, and I'm really excited to see how this next episode is going to delve into that area, into tackling that issue. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media PT channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!